Hello, everyone. Today is Thursday, uh, March 16th, 2023 at 1:31 p.m. Well, last night, my anxiety was really high and I couldn't sleep and I was all frustrated and everything because of my blog being attacked. My blog account being attacked. So, me feeling upset and anxiety about that kept me up all night long. And then I finally went to bed or fell asleep. I think it was between 6:30 and 7:30. Excuse me. And so I woke up. Well, I was awakened at precisely noon, and about an hour and a half ago because the staff from downstairs kept knocking on my door, you know. And I think it was 2 or 3 days ago that they knocked on my door. No, it was 2 or 3 days ago. And they knocked on my door and but I didn't know and I couldn't tell. I thought I heard something the other day, but today they, you know, kept on knocking on the door. So then I peeped out the window and I'm like, oh shit. Did the gang stalkers call, you know, did the gang stalkers call up, uh, you know, the police or something? Or is the police or the mental health people? I'm like, oh shit, are they coming to do like a fake welfare check on me? Or, oh shit, I'm about to get locked up in a mental institution. I was afraid I was going to get locked up in a mental institution or that they were coming for me. I'm like, oh, what do I do now? Oh, I was afraid that I would have been falsely accused of some crime and or that the police was there and I was going to be hauled off to jail or something, or prison or something for the gang stalking, lies, false rumors, or smear campaigns. I was afraid they were going to haul me off somewhere. Or did I say fake? Yeah, I was afraid they were doing a fake welfare check or going to haul me off to the mental institution or jail or something. You know, especially with me talking about being depressed and everything. I'm all right, but I'm still hurting. But they keep on attacking me. So anyway, I thought it would have been fake social services or the police or mental health people coming after me or something. So come to find out, um I hate when apartments, and I feel like that's violation. I feel so violated when they want to just pop up in your room unexpectedly to do a narcissistic fake inspection without warning. And that's triggering for me because the fake foster family used to do that, and the mentally slow, crazy biological family members would, act like as if they're, you know, got the authority to inspect my own apartment or my house or snoop through, in front of my face or whatever and leave me with high anxiety. So, I hate when I guess it only have not every extended stay place, but certain extended stay, I guess, catch you off guard without warning. Sometimes they might warn you a day or two in advance, but to just, they'll put notices on the door or something. But to just pop up unexpectedly and wanting to inspect. I really feel violated. At least give me a 24 or 48 hours warning. So they come in here and the guy, he's wearing that red and black plaid long sleeve shirt. I don't know what kind of shirt you call it. I guess flannel or something. And then her, hardcore butch man, coming here all arrogant, puffed up, and she's sitting there wearing a blue shirt. You see the red and blue duality? So, if y'all come in from door to door, but you make sure you wear your perp colors to perp me. So, at first, I didn't know who that was trying to come knock on my door. I tried to ignore it at first. But I'm like, oh, they're going to try to do like the other day, try to barge in, and then leave the door unlocked. But, so, yeah, I hate when they think they can just randomly come in. We freaking pay to stay here. So what if I was gone? If I was gone, perps would do stuff like steal your stuff. Even if it's front desk staff or whatever, or housekeepers or whatever. They don't have housekeepers here, like daily housekeepers, but like regular hotels. But I guess they clean their housekeeper to clean the room once you move, moved out of here. So, like I didn't notice until I think it was the night before last when they had that fire. All right. When they had that fire happen or whatever, it was, I don't know what was going on, if it was a fire or whatever, the whole smoke alarm went off in the whole building. But the thing is, they try to put me in that building right across the street right here. And where I told them about it when I first got here, and they looked at me like I was crazy. You know how when they have the smoke alarm beep because, if the smoke alarm is beeping because it needs a new battery, a smoke detector, needs a new battery. I hate that fucking sound. And so, they're not concerned about that, but they come in here. And I didn't know until the night before last, I didn't know that was a smoke alarm smoke detector in the ceiling up here. I didn't even realize until, the day of the night of that fire in the middle of the night. So I was panicking that day, and it was like super early yesterday morning, shortly after midnight, like 12:30 or something. And so then I'm sitting here wondering, I look and so it's like I was wondering what that was, and I'm trying, and there's another smoke alarm, a smoke detector. It's not connected to anything, and it's on a shelf on the in my closet here. There's a smoke detector, and that wasn't beeping. I don't know if it didn't work, but it's like a smoke detector and like a baseball cap or a hat, in the closet that was there before I got there. So that was there before I got there. Before I moved in here, came in here. So, that wasn't beeping. But I heard this thing up here beeping, but I didn't know where it was coming from. And I did not know that was a smoke alarm until they came in here this afternoon and told me something. And I didn't know that somebody put a bag over, looked like they put a couple of grocery bags over the over the smoke detector. And so, and I don't even know if that was a gang stalking setup, because they try to say, last time we checked, that wasn't there. Well, I don't even know when the last time they checked, but as soon as they're like, oh no, that, like, it was like the lesbian female, she was doing all the talking. Of course, I'm gonna be pissed and mad right now, and it's like, you come in here, live your lifestyle, delusionally believe you're a hard man, but then come here with your nose turned up, puffed up, like you think you got such high authority, power, and control and everything. And she came in here, oh no, we cannot have that. And I'm wondering, like, what did I do wrong? And so then she get mad and say, well, you got 10 minutes to take that off of there. And I'm like, what you talking about? She's like, oh, you got 10 minutes to take that off of there, or else we're gonna make you leave, or you're gonna have to leave. And I'm like, I didn't do that. That was there, like, before I got here, or whenever, it was already there when it didn't even cross my mind, or I didn't even, I thought that they did that, and I didn't even know what was going on. Oh, you got 10 minutes to take that off, or else we're gonna make you pack up and leave. So, and then I felt embarrassed because they, it seemed like people with narcissistic personalities, it's like they automatically know when you're at your worst. They're always there to judge when you're at your worst or when you look your worst. So, if you suffering depression from what other narcs have done to you, they'll judge you and be like, oh, look at you, you don't even comb your hair. But not that you're a nasty person, but you're just going through something right now, for example. But I felt really bad because sometimes how people, sometimes I might flush the toilet every couple of times or every 2 times, calling myself trying to save water. I heard some people say that when you have a place to live and have to pay a water bill, so me trying to practice, to conserve water, or trying to practice to, let me turn the doggone light off. Yeah, for example. But I wanted y'all to see my face. But anyway, so she didn't say anything, but I felt embarrassed that when I used the bathroom earlier, it was one of the times that I didn't flush the toilet. Well, it was just pee anyway. But I felt bad that I didn't flush the toilet, and I think she saw that, and I feel really embarrassed. I feel, but, and plus I was so tired and sleepy, sleep deprived. Sometimes I'd be so too bogged down and depressed. So, this morning I just went and used the bathroom and then sanitized my hands rather than flush the toilet and wash my hands. And I figured, I'll get it later. But, she didn't say anything about that. But also, that dent in the bathroom, the dent that's in the, where you hang up your towels and stuff, I forgot what you call that thing, where you hang up your towels and washcloths. that already had a bend in it when I got here. When I was, when I first got here, and I didn't know until after I took after I, took the shower off the rack and started taking a shower. I meant to say took the towels off the rack. I mean, took the towels off the rack. Excuse me. I took the towels off the rack, and I took the towels off the rack, and and then to use them, to shower and stuff, So I'm feeling kind of shaken up, mad about that incident. I'm glad they eventually listened to me, because sometimes if they would have thought I was lying and then still proceeded to wrongfully kick me out and ban me, and the gang stalkers are usually the ones who, be manipulating and playing with the smoke alarms anyway. Or when they have that smoke detector that's beeping every 8 to 10 seconds, that's annoying as fuck. And they always want to try to put me in those buildings or a floor. If it's one building, they'll put me on that floor on purpose. And then lie and say, oh, we don't have any, extra rooms or something, or making it like as if I have no choice but to accept being in that building and being driven up the wall. And then sometimes it don't even be in the hallway. It might be in the in somebody's room. And it's like they don't care to fix it. But at regular hotels they really don't play that. But at extended stay hotels, you always gotta deal with being in a hallway or being near where they like, why can't y'all fix the damn battery in the if y'all take this so seriously, why don't y'all fix the damn battery? And nobody else complains. I'm the one with the hypersensitivity and everything. I'm the one with the hypersensitivity. So y'all call me crazy because it bothers me. But there are people saying that I need deeper investigation into whether or not I truly do have Asperger's or autism. Because they got some people who think that I might have autism. And now I'm hearing about this new term of being neurodivergent. I need to look into what that means. I know it has something to do with neurodivergent. I recently came across that, people talking about it, and it's like, if I got a lot of these so-called autistic traits, but I know that I'm on the spectrum. And so that might be, and that might be why people might think I'm weird. But then again, look at the the foster care medical experimentation I've been through, and also the being in a cult growing up. They say cults and narcissistic abuse rewire the brain. Trauma, they said, rewires the brain. And I had a lot of medical trauma growing up. Yeah, a lot of medical trauma growing up. All those freaking surgeries. So yeah, why they feel like it's no big deal. I thought it was against the law, to not have smoke detectors working properly. Because if the battery if the thing keep beeping and they don't care about that. They just, or sometimes they would deliberately make that make it like that, and then they don't want to do anything about it. And it's always when I'm in an extended stay place, even if they don't have a stove, why they always, even at Hospitality Inn, I remember there was a time or two when the smoke alarms went off in the entire building, and then it was a fake gang stalking setup, and they super harassed me at that time. That's doggone crazy. So yeah. And earlier today, when the incident just happened, when I mentioned that, I didn't even know about it. I said, well, oh, is that a smoke alarm? Because they didn't tell me it was a smoke detector or smoke alarm or whatever. And I said, is that like a smoke alarm? They said, yes. I mean, the female doing all the talking while the guy was quiet. And then they're like, oh yeah, let's look through here. Let's snoop through here or whatever. Something like that they said. I don't remember. But it's like they snooped and looked through. They didn't do a deep, thorough, they said, is anything wrong in the kitchen? Well, the female, she was doing all the talk. She said, is there anything wrong in the kitchen? I said, no. And so, yeah, like, I said, is this like a smoke alarm, smoke detector or something? She's like, yes, that is why we were so on. She's like, yes, that is why we are so irate. No, she said, that's why, no, she said, yes, that's why we were so out. I can't, She said, yes, that is why we were so irate. So, wow, I mean, so I could have been thrown out of here and on the streets behind something that had nothing to do with me, or that I didn't know, because tomorrow would make 2 weeks since I've been here. It would make 2 weeks since I've been here. And like, because this past Friday was my second week, and tomorrow will make 2 completed weeks that I've been here. So I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. And so I'm like, damn. I mean, and I don't even know if they put me in here, because I told you the other lady was a perp. And I think they are too, because they came in here with the red and blue red, black, and blue colors. And so she was wearing all blue, but the guy, I don't remember what color pants he was wearing, but he had that red and black I think it was flannel shirt. And so I could have been, back on the streets and kicked out of here, And so the other lady, I mean, I don't even know if she knowingly put me in here, but like last week, they didn't come in here and they didn't say nothing at all. They didn't tell me anything, and they didn't come in here last week. But this week, they tried to come in here twice. Well, today they succeeded. They weren't taking no for an answer today, and I didn't know initially who they were or what they were coming in here for. So when they say, I said, who is it? They said front desk. I'm like, okay, I'm coming. Then I got dressed and opened the door, and that's when all the whatever happened, So yeah. So I didn't eat or drink anything yet today. And in the middle of the night, I was up all night feeling high anxiety about my blog being attacked. And So to try to calm and ease myself, you know, I did quite a few TikTok videos, and I transferred them onto here too. Just trying to calm myself down. And I think at 3 or 4 o'clock I made a first attempt to try to go to sleep, but um couldn't sleep. And so I was so really my anxiety was really high, and then someone who that I thought betrayed or turned against me, or I thought she, I apologized that, I got all mad and stuff and thought she turned against me. But couldn't find out, I guess she's not mad at me because she talked to me today and she didn't block or unfollow me or nothing. I thought she was mad at me or had an issue with me or something. Or I thought she was trying to avoid and ignore me. And I thought that she was trying to call me, a covert narc or whatever, but yeah, they said hypersensitive to criticism. They said that has to do with complex PTSD as well, and I know I'm not narcissistic. I don't go around be trying to ruin people's lives or try to control or boss people around. I don't give narcissistic lectures, be trying to tell people off about themselves or I don't be trying to dictate how you should live your life. Only if it steps over me and I gotta be violated. Or if you're gang stalking me, I'm telling you, don't do it. How about you go gang stalk the fucking air? Don't gang stalk another human. Go ahead and gang stalk a fucking car. Gang stalk your own damn house. Leave me alone. You ain't out here gang stalking. Oh yeah, yeah you do, because professed targeted individuals, they say that if you say you're a targeted individual, I've heard professed targeted individuals, they be like, well, they killed my dog. Or they got my cat acting weird. So yeah, I guess they target they target your pets too, and they target your doggone children. And I hear about pregnant targeted individuals. They zap and attack your pregnant belly, or they'll intensify your morning sickness or something. Be trying to kill your baby inside the womb. So yeah, I was feeling panic attack mode, for the third night in a row, but also Friday night or Saturday night, I felt anxiety and couldn't sleep because of, thought I lost a friend and stuff like that, and I got frustrated because when you don't hear from people, I mean, I feel bad that sometimes I might think I lost a friend and start panicking. And I've had fake friends and family members, dodge, avoid, and ignore me and stay away from me and avoid me like the plague. But it's like sometimes, and I'd be like, oh no, did this person turn against me? And I lost a lot of sleep throughout the years, over the way people treated me or stuff that they said about me or to me. But then, I guess sometimes I feel really terrible if I think somebody's mad at me and then I start, being like, well, this person got hateful and turned against me. I'm like, this old fake bitch or whatever. And and then I feel really terrible to find out that they didn't turn against me later on. Well, sometimes I guess I might jump to conclusion too fast, but and then I end up really losing them as a friend. But other times, um, if somebody think they're punishing me with the silent treatment or start to act different or a little weird, you know, and or they'll get aggressive, hardcore aggressive and defensive if I might be like, well, why are you ignoring me? You know, are you mad at me or did I upset you? Did I say anything wrong? And, you know, and then the narcissistic abuser, they'll get mad and cut contact and don't tell you what you did wrong or they don't tell you why. But I never used to really do it before, but if somebody does like a perp activity towards me or they defend and agree with the perps and I get mad and I cut contact with them and I'm like, well, you know what you did. But then they'll pretend like they're innocent. Oh, Candy blocked me for no reason. Nah, motherfucker. If you claim you're targeted like me, and if you say that, oh well, they had a right to put you in a mental institution, or they have a right to call you crazy. Well, you ain't on my team. We ain't friends. If you feel that way, you defend and agree with the perps. Just like, you know what you're doing. If you laugh over the phone and laugh about how I deserve suffering out in the cold, homeless on the streets, and then when I cut off contact with you, and then you get mad and want to seek revenge punishment, and then lie and say, well, that's exactly what a narc does. You know, oh, she cut off contact with me and I didn't even do her anything. Well, if you're saying stuff that the Masonic Smelly Craft family have every right to sue me and punish me for exposing their Masonic affiliation, and then somebody, you posted up a dead man's obituary. It wasn't about the dead man's obituary, but I'm sitting here pointing out the whole family's. I mean, how you gonna say that's public record? So how you gonna say that the family have a right to sue me and punish me? You're sitting there defending Freemasons. Like, whose side are you on? And then you get mad and falsely accuse me of slandering God's people or causing division between God's people and doing the works of the devil when you're a religious narc and a fake, a religious narc, very controlling, and a fake TI perp. And I took a lot of shit off of this person, a different lady. And so if you sitting there, like if I say that the gang stalkers refuse to give me water, and kick me out of a restaurant, she'll make it like I need to start punishing myself from now on. And religious narcs, they're obsessed with wanting God to punish you. And they think they just spiritually got it going on. That they're untouchable. How you doing the works of the devil and behind closed doors, narcissistically abusing, gang stalking, and perping and slandering people? And how you gonna call yourself anointed when you want to try to get gangsta and ghetto and call me a bitch, or you make up lies on me? Or you join in, or you defend and agree with the sex trafficking perps, but you God's anointed? You chosen? No, you're not. You be throwing up the satanic hand signs and stuff. You throw up the devil horns, or you hide your face. Excuse me. You hide your face or throw up the devil horns. Yeah. But anyway, I am so thankful and glad that people took the time out to read my short story, the fiction short story yesterday. I put myself under a different name as a character in my short story yesterday. In one of the series that I've been working on, And and so I'm surprised that, I got told that I'm so much of a great writer, and I got a lot of thumbs up on that short story yesterday, that I wrote. And I'm like, well, I feel motivated and inspired to do some more. So, well, I heard about, authors being a full-time writer. I wanted to try to make a point to be a full-time writer and do full-time writing. But the thing was, every time I tried, they would torture me with their energy weapons even harder to make me learn my lesson, or wanting to punish me from accomplishing anything. And the fake wannabe Darnell Williams perp, or I don't even think Marcel Thibodeau is his real name either. He was up in the middle of the night falsely reporting my TikTok videos and making harassing comments. I'm glad I was able to successfully appeal the videos of me exposing, even if it's from 2-3 years ago, me exposing, the gang stalking activities that I've experienced, So yeah, I mean, he was up, and I mean, you never stood aside by me and worked with me. Even the perps that workplace mob me, they will not deny of me being a good worker. I mean, it wasn't until I got to Pensacola that I ever got any kind of recognition or praise for being a good worker. I was even employee of the week through the temp service for the first time in my life. So how are you an online perp, and you use everything satanic, and it's like you want to use all these fake spooky faces. You use the fake accounts with 777-666. That's why I'm telling y'all profess targeted individuals. If you say you're targeted, stop worshiping the occult and the devil and everything. Stop with the horoscopes and astrology, tarot cards, psychic readings. Stop with that fake 777. Because that's kind of like a fake soft version of 666. And I even see some people do 888 as well. So we all know what 666 means, but Aleister Crowley 777, and y'all call yourselves, like, y'all using the occult and new age witchcraft and astrology and all that, and horoscopes, and y'all sitting there calling yourselves God's chosen while y'all doing the work of the devil and popular fakes. So I don't perp nobody. I don't gang stalk nobody. I'm sitting here fighting for my own life. And I keep on saying, because I'm nervous. My anxiety is really high and I'm nervous. So excuse me. And I don't mean to be annoying by saying, But it's okay for y'all to say, well, I literally did this. I literally. Yeah. But y'all don't be nervous, though. Y'all be trying to manipulate that people with that literally. To make your narcissistic fake lies sound more convincing. You can say, I literally just did such, and you be lying. You be lying, And sometimes they say it off as, I literally just sat here for 5 minutes, and oh, she just came knocking on my door. Motherfucker, nah, you've been sitting there for like 3 hours talking about 5 minutes. I'm just playing. But anyway, but I'm just talking all over the place now, So, yeah, so the online perp talking about some Candy has no worth ethic. And then he's using pictures of my twin sister and her daughter, you know, he's using pictures of my twin sister and her kids that I never saw before. He's using pictures of my twin sister and her kids that I never saw before. And I've seen other people on TikTok get those messages too. It's very creepy that y'all doing this. And then y'all lie and say we're crazy and mental and need to be locked up when we got screenshots. When just like y'all want to threaten people with screenshots, we got them too. Because I screenshot everything. Yeah, the narcissistic perps love to try to frighten, threaten, and scare you. Yeah, because I got screenshots. But then they know how to manipulate and twist your intent and take everything out of context and then leave everybody believe a certain thing about you. And make them more so turn away and hate you. Now, they had a fake TI perp that I thought was a friend. And he was doing the works of the devil while he's secretly part of the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult. I mean, I cannot believe that, if you're a fake TI perp and do, artificial intelligence, fake pictures depicting yourself as Jesus Christ, and you said the word, Jesus. But then I thought you was part of the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult, though. You do artificial intelligence pictures of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ. Blasphemy, and you were perping the shit out of me last year, and now you make like you're still being targeted. You show footage, and you think I deserve to be punished, or like something's extra wrong with me for seeking emotional support for unhealed trauma. I thought you were a friend. You turned against me and betrayed me. You fake motherfucker. And you pretend to be God, but yet you practice homosexuality behind closed doors, but try to police and control how everybody else should live their life. You listen to secular music, but shun everybody else for doing it. Oh no, that's the I mean, I can't believe you would do something like this. You sit there and have two pictures, two fake AI artificial intelligence pictures of yourself depicted as Black Jesus Christ. Like, why would you do that? I'm like, well, now I see what people mean when they say, and then you're abusive as fuck. Like, now I see what people mean when people say that that God protected me from him with the fake friendship, Darius. Like, you sitting there posting up pictures of yourself as as a Black Jesus Christ when you part of the fake Black Hebrew Israelites cult. I mean, I shouldn't even, but because we share the targeting, that's why I figured we could connect. But because I felt like, oh, well, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ like I do, if you I'm like, I almost thought, well, me and you can't be talking, or we can't be friends. But he was slick and secretive. Like, he front like a good person, but then be slick and secretive behind closed doors. He love bombed and trauma bonded me and manipulated me, and then he start to use stuff against me, and then he reversed it on me and lie and say that I have Black Widow complex, and that I'm the one who's secretly gathering intel on him, when actually he was the one who approached me. And he's always talking about people eating off of him or making money off of him or using him as a meal ticket, when you sit there and use my traumas as a weapon against me. And then, he called people a narc, but I can't call him a narc. He can call people fake ass TIs and perps, but I can't call him a fake TI perp, in which he really is. Or you playing both sides. I'm sick of the one-sided friendships and the fake friends and stuff like that. And I'm going to bring it up again. Ronald Soriano talk about how he hates what perps do to him, but he's sitting there, him and Gang Stalking Simulation, sitting there joining in with gang stalking me. And Ronald Soriano, last I saw, he was subscribed to me on YouTube. Well, if you got so much bad to say about me and you're bullying me and perping me, and then you show footage of yourself being targeted, and then quote Bible scriptures and talk about Jesus and talk like you're a Christian, but you sitting there bullying and perping people. You ought to know, if you're really targeted and you say you can't handle or can't stand what the perps are doing it to you, why are you doing that to me? And I never did you anything. Ronald Soriano and Gang Stalking Simulation, I never did y'all nothing. Darius, I never did you nothing. Miss Samantha, I never did you. Oh, y'all, I never did y'all fucking asses nothing. So, this fakery and betrayal for nothing, or people who just straight up hate you for nothing. Darius was one of the last people that I would have thought would betray and turn against me, and then start doing the works of the devil while pretending to be saved and telling everybody else to repent. And then blasphemously depicts himself as a black Jesus. I can't anymore. I'm done. Because it's like, he sit there and everything dirty that he was doing behind my back, he reversed it on me and lied and said I was the one doing it to him. He was using me as the damn meal ticket. He fucking sold out. He didn't want to start doing perp shit. Because how the hell you see all this blatant footage of my targeting and then blow me off like you don't want to hear it, or like you're disgusted and sick and tired of me, or like you don't believe me, and you get frustrated when people don't want to believe you. And you think you got the authority to dictate that someone 8 years older than you is not allowed to talk about their past, present, or future traumas and abuses. And Darius sitting there going around telling everybody, stay away from Candy and don't talk to her. I didn't even know he was dirty like that. But yeah, a rarity of a fraud. Oh, you ought to consider me a rarity of a friend. Motherfucker. You need to go and fry in hell with the rest of the perps. So, and then another thing Darius told me during that lecture last year, he tried to tell me, like when I confronted him about, at first he acted like he was encouraging me and buttering me up about my short stories and everything, and encouraging me to keep writing. But I don't even, if he's supposed to be a writer too, but he's like, oh, you have try to flatter me, talking like, oh, you have a flair for writing. But he would act like he was disgusted and not even interested in my short stories. But then when I confronted him about it, he's like, well, You never told me anything. I'm like, well, I didn't know that you even do abstract art. You never told me you do abstract art. It's like, oh, well, I was afraid that you would have thought it was demonic. Like, well, it must be demonic if I would have thought about. I mean, because I did see it, a little bit of it, and like thought it looked demonic or weird or something. So if he going around saying, "You're a witch, you're a witch, you're a witch, you're a witch, you're a warlock, fake ass TIs, witches, warlocks," and it's you. Lisa Ruby did the same thing, calling everybody a witch and everything. Kind of find out, and I said, and I point. She nearly fainted when I told her, I got in her face that was the last words I ever told Lisa Ruby, and to her face was, "You're the very same witch that you want to call everybody else." And then I stormed and I left out of her house, and I had to spend a fucking almost $90 cab ride to get away from Lisa Ruby and out in the country in Travelers Rest, South Carolina, to get all the way in Greenville, and then be homeless on the streets in an unfamiliar area where I never been. So I figured if I could be homeless on the streets there, then I could be homeless on the streets any fucking where. Well, minus the police fucking harassing me. But they had some cold days too in the middle of the night in April of 2016 when this happened. And I said Darius, I've been saying like Darius is like another Lisa Ruby. And just like I shared everything with her, I shared everything with him too. Stuff down I don't even tell people on a daily basis. And only for them to just use stuff against you. And Miss Lisa Ruby was definitely a fucking perp. Very control. Like, how the hell? What kind of friend is that would try to control your bathroom trips and control what foods you eat? And gaslighting and deliberately hiding your food in the refrigerator, and try to control how many sandwiches you would eat. Why would you care how many sandwiches I eat if they would try to control how I eat and everything, and forcing me to starve in the fake name of deliverance? They use the greedy thing as a weapon against me too, knowing I'm hypersensitive to that. So when I mentioned about how Darius would use my traumas as a weapon against me, he had that fake tell-off email by trying to falsely make it like as if I'm a specialized, distinct kind of mentally off, slow, and retarded, and insinuating that I'm very intelligent. And people, narcissistic abusers, love to tell me, "You are highly intelligent," but they treat me like I'm retarded. But he tried to make like I'm a mentally slow, retarded person who only knows how to use intelligence to my benefit or to get over on others. Or that I'm, and then he tried to pretend and playing like he's the victim. And, it seemed like he used, and he did like Anthony did, took some nuggets of using everything that the perp said against me and pick it one by one and then throw it in my face and start perping and attacking me. Don't call yourself the most hated in the world when everybody worships and fucking listen to you. If Darius tried to talk about, "I am nothing," trying to, and one time he falsely accused me of trying to worship him. I'm like, what the hell would make you think that I'm trying to worship you for? And then he got pictures of himself as Black Jesus Christ. No, not if you're doing works of the devil. You're a false Christ, a false prophet, Darius. Oh, what you trying to say? I'm a charlatan? Yeah, you showing yourself as a damn charlatan. Fucking evil and wicked. And he lied and said that I'm the liar and manipulator. When he manipulated me, he used my traumas against me, and my targeting, and then making like I deserve to be punished with isolation, and like I don't have a right to speak out. And now, when he separated from me, now he's as a way to mock me, he's starting to publish books now and getting money and getting praise. And everybody's ready to run to him. They defend and agree with everything he says. He got his own, he's one of the popular fakes with his own cult following on Twitter. And everybody's ready to rush to defend and agree with everything he says. And everything about him, he got this arrogant demeanor. I don't know. I mean, but there are a few other people floating around that said that he's like a paid off and compromised perp too. You know, they were saying quite a few other people were saying that about him too. You know, but how can you falsely say I'm doing this to you, I'm doing that to you, when you approached me? You came after me. You're the one who insisted that we exchange phone numbers and talk on the phone after I said that I'm done with the so-called TI community and didn't want to talk to any damn body anymore. And then you want to punish the whole world because you got hit by a car. And then he falsely blame and scapegoat me. I'm like, how is it my fault if I was way in Pensacola and he's way in California? I was way in Florida and he's way in California. And I didn't even know he had these secret evil thoughts about me. But I'll never get an apology from him. He thinks he did nothing wrong to me. I've been psychologically, mentally, and emotionally suffering behind him for about 2 years. I mean, and it took me 5 years to get over what Lisa Ruby and Tracy Broadhurst did to me. That spiritual and religious abuse. That they'll manipulate, they do the devil's work and manipulate everybody to think that you're the devil. And then their smear campaign tactics work at successfully turning everybody against you. I'm going to express myself. And, you know, this is how, I'm trying to get my closure and healing by talking about it. Now, how can Darius do fake Twitter spaces and talk about, well, if Candy doesn't heal from her trauma, she'll self-annihilate. Well, you're the one who voluntarily offered to be there and be that support. Oh, I'm here to support you fully, sister. But now all of a sudden, you're making like I'm the craziest person in the world. And then he doing videos like a slap in the face at me. That he encouraging everybody else to, let's go ahead and talk about our targeting and traumas. While he sit there and shun me behind closed doors, shun me for doing it. But he has secretly had me blocked. And him and a lot of the fake TI perps in the TI community, they all want to, think that they can use God to punish you. Or they're obsessed with punishment. We already wrongfully punished being targeted. So it's like, how are you going to be professed target and you gang stalking and targeting another person? But every time I questioned Darius about him acting weird and stuff, he would gaslight and lie and pretend like everything is fine. But then he would lie and say, I'm not the problem, or it's not me. And then 2 years later, you come and just diarrhea at the mouth or just dump all your trash on me and attack me and blame me for everything bad that happened to you. But I'm forbidden to talk about foster care, the cult, The stank whore Lanika situation from the Masonic Smelly Craft family. Motherfucker, I'm gonna get my damn justice and closure. And you don't have the authority to stop that or take that away. You're not even in my damn life no more. And Darius is the type of person who will try to be bold to a female, but I don't even think he would kick another dude's ass. He'd be the type to run, talk all that shit, but he'd be the type to run. And I mean, he wasn't even there for me when I was having an emotional breakdown for what they did to me at Sky Zone. Him and Tony Huggins. Oh, you did videos about me and Tony H. When both of y'all, you know, y'all acting like a narcissistic control freak fake friend. And a lot of people were saying Tony H, that she's a perp too. I don't perp no damn body. You know, I mean, for me to tell you that, you know, I don't like for you to talk to me a certain way that is triggering with the narcissistic abuse. And then, it's like I gotta walk on eggshells for you. You know, when I said, I'm about to get my stimulus check tomorrow, spend it wisely. Motherfucker, that wasn't even necessary. Or when I told her, when I had the emotional breakdown about what happened at Sky Zone, she kicked me down even harder and yelled at me and told me, yeah, I bet you'll learn your lesson, huh? That's exactly how narcissistic abuse, how they talk. I bet you'll learn your lesson from telling all your business. I bet you'll learn your lesson to not tell people where you work at next time, huh? I didn't tell anybody that I was working at Sky Zone. The perps went and they bragged about how easy it is for them to find out where I work at, because they're tracking me. I mean, Darius wasn't even really all the way there for me when I was trying to tell him about what happened with Trisha. He used certain nuggets of things, lies that she said, like when he lied and said that I burned him. Yeah, he get that from when she lied and said I burned her, that she was burned by me. When it's them with all the lying, Monique, Michaela, all of them, it's them with all the lying, manipulating, and trying to boss and control people, and then y'all lie and manipulate and call me schizophrenic. You gaslight and call me schizophrenic and crazy and say I need help. And if you're a real target, you wouldn't be saying that about people. Y'all playing both sides, and you think y'all got God's authority to dictate who's chosen and who's not. Darius tried to gaslight me over the phone. So, what? I don't even know what a narcissist abuser is. I don't even know what a narcissist abuser is. You know, so I'm like, well, he acted like he was in agreement with me talking about narcissistic abusers in my YouTube videos. He was the one started to change and act weird. And so many people said that he was a compromised, paid off perp. Well, how can you get compromised and get paid off and you're doing perp shit, but then you turn around and be like, ain't nobody gonna make no money off of me. Ain't nobody gonna use me as a meal ticket. So arrogant and everything, you know. So, I mean, the fact that a few other people telling me that Darius was a compromised, paid off perp, that helped me find halfway some closure or healing about the abuse he inflicted on me. But you don't have, and nobody has any right to try to tell me that I don't have a right to talk about my traumas and abuse. When you're sitting there talking about what you claim is your traumas and abuse, I mean, they continue to traumatize us every day during being targeted. So I don't see how you can't sympathize or understand. If you're going through the same thing while you're at, and you see the like when I show blatant footage, y'all falsely accuse me of faking being targeted. But then, you know, I don't perp anybody. I got my proof. I'm sitting here suffering. Y'all think I deserve to be punished with starvation and freezing to death. You get jealous over if somebody can send me a box of saltine crackers and, oh, y'all get jealous of that. Oh, that's greedy. Well, the other person offered and I'm not supposed to accept it. I mean, like, it's like a lot of y'all profess targeted individuals running around here acting like some abusive, narcissistic perps. But I'm thankful and glad that on all, like, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm slowly but surely starting to you know, cross paths with some other targeted individuals. But it's like, if you see the blatant proof and footage, and I never did you anything, you know, that's, some people have a motto that says, believe survivors. And if you're still going through it, yes, you are a doggone victim. You know, but it don't mean you're a bad person. But, I mean, and people telling me I should get over my traumas and everything. I mean, like what happened earlier today and what happened overnight. I mean, what happened yesterday evening was frustrating and traumatic. I'm like, hell no, you trying to attack my damn blogs? My writings? So, yeah, I mean, the fact that I think that Darius was a perp sent to me just like Trisha to do their work on me, to have me psychologically fucked up in the head, even more so, to add on to more trauma and abuse and hurt. Because Darius he was giving me subliminals that he's a fucking Freemason, but he didn't want to come out and say it. But trying to make like he ain't never been a Freemason, and talking about that his twin brother told him, yeah, because we Masons, bro. Yeah, you be telling on yourself. Why are you connecting with the damn sex trafficking perps that's trying to sex traffic me? That bully me, and then when I show you their abuse, you don't want to hear it. But you cry and complain to me about what Deborah Jackson, you say that her and her family is trying to sex you up and have you sacrifice. I mean, it's really scary, you know, and traumatizing to be falsely accused of so much. So, I mean, you falsely say that I'm the narc, that I'm demonic, I'm sick in the head and schizophrenic and crazy, that I need help, and I'm going to get my justice for the way you fucking abuse me and talk to me over the phone. You wouldn't talk to another man like that. But, oh, you're a womanizer. You're a sodomite womanizer. You didn't talk to Miss Deborah the way you talked to me. And that Deborah lady was trying to fucking get me. Trying to lure me to her house. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be another Trisha towards me. Hell, Trisha did a Lisa Ruby with luring me, you know, and Lisa Ruby could have sacrificed me. But she took the focus off herself and said that my family, in which they are, and a lot of other people had told me that my family is a family full of witches who want me sacrificed. Lisa Ruby wanted to try to, you know, get me sacrificed before my family could do it. My own biological sister Ramona had her set up attempts to, you know, that car accident from 2005 before Hurricane Katrina. Friday, February 18th, 2005. Now, I could have lost my damn life. And I'm so sick and tired of people, I'm sick and tired of the one-sided friendships, fake TI perps. You don't care about listening to my hurt and suffering, but you listen to other people's hurt and suffering, and you get mad and frustrated when people try to muzzle you, or if they're blocking your voice from being heard. But you're doing the same thing to me. So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna go for now, because I'm pretty sure a lot of storage space has been taken up on my phone. So I checked the weather, and they said this next week is gonna be another cold week here in Cincinnati. So right now, somebody donated me an extra $25 last night. So I think about $236 in the bank. So I'm trying to get help with, if anybody can help me with 150 more. And tomorrow, tomorrow I'm gonna, tomorrow I gotta, I either have to get kicked out of here if I don't have the $150, or 150 extra dollars on top. I would have to get kicked out of here. But other than that, I'm trying to get help with $150 to stay here another week out of the cold weather. But I have a little bit of cash where I'm, I think I'll be good on food and maybe bus fare. But I'm trying to get help with $150 more before tonight is out. I'm trying to get help with $150 more. And I'm going to try to work on more short stories this afternoon or this evening. Trying to work and earn that way, since still no jobs. I told y'all the other day about the fake perp company that kept canceling my interview every time I tried to schedule one. And that was discouraging and frustrating. So what else to do? Gonna try to write some, I don't know how many, but I'm gonna try to write at least a minimum of 2. And I'm gonna fulfill my promise this time. Today, I'm gonna fulfill my promise to write at least 2 short stories today. And, hoping that I can try to earn, so... Yeah, I hate fake friends who act like they secretly behind your back. If they lie to you and tell you your writing is good, but secretly going behind your back and say that, that they think your writing sucks. That's not a good friend, and that's not a real friend. And narcissistic people love to give fake positivity and fake encouragement. But when you're being realistic, they call you negative or say you're low vibrational, which is that new age term. So I'm going to go for now. I have the information in the description box of this video on ways y'all can donate and help. And I'm hoping y'all get my thank you messages, thank you emails, and all. I'm trying to reach out to, whoever donated. Thank you. And thanks for the thumbs up, and thanks for the short stories. Thanks for the encouraging, supportive comments and everything. For the online perps falsely say that I'm ungrateful, and they say, they say Candy does not have any work ethic. Like, you never worked near me. The people that call up Gulf Breeze Middle School and High School and ask them how well I cleaned the doggone bathrooms, then y'all shut the fuck up. So I got a little bit of cereal left. I don't have any meat up in here. I'm kind of somewhat low on food, but I don't have any meat in here. I'm almost out of milk. So, I'm trying to get help to stay here for, another week. I have like more than half of enough to get to stay here for another week. So I'm praying and, asking for help, to stay here for another week out of the cold. And I'm going to work on some more short stories. But in the meantime, I'll see y'all later.